It is beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and that's usually good news for package delivery companies, including UPS. But early signs show only a slightly higher demand in shipping volume this year versus last. Our Betty Lou spoke with UPS CEO Scott Davis earlier today from his Atlanta office about his outlook for the upcoming and important holiday season.
You got mixed results, it looks like, on Black Friday. I'm hearing that there was slight improvement maybe over last year. But I'm hearing good things from Cyber Monday, and I'm hearing the e-tailers have done pretty well. For us, you know, the season's getting more compressed all the time. It used to be we'd have a heavy peak season from Thanksgiving right through Christmas. Today, it's becoming more like 7 or 8 days. And part of that's because of the technology, the visibility of the packages, and more people buying over the internet. So you really won't know the Christmas season until probably the last week and a half.
Wow, so it gets compressed by that much. And what does that do to your business then? I mean, how do you change that then?
It's a challenge. Our peak day is 22 million packages, which is probably 40% more than an average day for us. So it's a real challenge for UPS to serve the needs of the customer. But I think we've got a lot of practice at it, done it for a lot of years, been in business 102 years. So we're pretty good at it, and the customers trust us.
And also, of course, a lot of people are talking about, you know, with the shipping season or with the shopping season as well, you know, the consumer, and, you know, are they trading down? Are they, you know, going for lower cost alternatives? So have you gotten a sense of how much, you know, people are shipping, let's say, ground versus air, you know, express versus something a little bit longer?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit early to tell on that right now. Frankly, the air business for us over the last probably 3 or 4 quarters has been a little stronger than ground. Part of that's the fact that the DHL has left the U.S. Market as far as a competitor, and they had a little larger share of the air market. So we've seen a little better growth in air. As it gets later, closer to the Christmas season, you can count on being pretty strong air demand.
Well, how would you characterize, and aside from just this season, how would you characterize your business and shipping and the trends this past year?
It's been a challenging year. The best barometer for our business is industrial production. Industrial production had some horrendous numbers the first probably 2-3 quarters of the year, starting to get better. But you know, certainly 2009 was not a good year for shipments in general. Inventories got real low. We think there'll be some replenishment of inventories going forward. So the outlook is much better.
Now, you mentioned that it's starting to get better for industrial production. We have seen those numbers, of course. What do you think is driving that? I mean, how is that? Because you must be talking to some of your industrial customers. I mean, what is changing for them in the last couple of months?
I think in general, the demand levels have bottomed out. You're starting to see an improvement. And as there's more confidence out there, then you'll start seeing people build inventories. I think back in the back-to-school sales in August, we saw a lot of people who didn't stock enough inventory lost sales. So it's making people think maybe they need to stock a little bit more inventory. One really nice sign we're seeing right now is air freight demand out of Asia to both the U.S. and to Europe has shown a pretty good increase in demand. In fact, demand is outpacing capacity. It's the first time we've seen that in about 2 years.
And is that helping offset then some of the slowdown or some of the the challenging, I guess, growth trends in the U.S.? I mean, is that going to be enough to offset that then? It's
going to help. I mean, part of the issue there was capacity has been reduced, and now the demand's getting back to a little better levels. You're seeing that the shortfall of capacity there. A lot of the packages are going to the U.S. A lot of the packages are going to Europe, which means the consumers here are buying things like computers and iPods and those type of things.
I do want to point out shares of UPS up about 5% this year. That compares with about a gain of 35% for shares of Federal Express.